Hey, you're at Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve Morris. This is an engine that we just got done sorting out for a new customer of ours, Donny Owens, out of Minnesota. And this is a 347 cubic inch small block Ford. Now, we did not build the motor, but he has been beating his head against the wall for over a year, he said, of not being able to make this run and just having all sorts of problems and just can't make it work, and gave it up and decided he's going to send it to us. No problem. I can do that kind of stuff for you. So what we did was we quickly determined that, well, A, the camshaft in this thing is not even remotely close to being able to hit your target number that you want to hit. And but the turbo's okay. All that stuff is fine. So let's change camshaft. We'll just do some verification that your engine looks good internally. Change camshaft, pull the pan, check stuff out, and then we'll put it on the dyno, and then we'll start sorting it out. So I've been sorting this thing out and getting everything figured out, what's going on, and so we've gotten it going pretty good right now. In fact, I think it's really pretty good. So this is 347 cubic inch small block Ford with trick flow cylinder heads, has our hydraulic roller camshaft in it, a single 7675 turbo from Precision. Looks like a 45 millimeter or 44 millimeter Precision gate. We have Holley E85 on it right now. 120 pound per hour injectors that we have at 60 psi, so they're like 142 pound per hour injectors. Good overall piece, and as you can see, this obviously this is our tubing just for the dyno and our intercooler for the dyno. So it is obviously set up to be run on our dyno, so that stuff is not permanent or what it's like in this car. That is all his exhaust system that he has for the car. So we're dynoing it, as close to exact, as close as possible to the way it is in the in his car. Now this is on E85. Well, that's the other reason why I mentioned the injector sizing. We took care of the injectors right away because I knew that the injector that had in it also was not going to work for the target horsepower they wanted. But I decided, I'll run it and I'll show him exactly where it runs out of injector. So anyways, what I'm going to do is we're going to put the camera down and we'll go outside and we'll start making some hits on this thing, and we'll show you the numbers. Alright, now let's go over here and take a look at the numbers. Now, we're right on the wastegate. So this has got a 10, 11 pound spring. Let me get this down here so you can see better. And you see on the wastegate, and I'll show you what that's at. Peak, or let's see, 4,000 RPM. We're at 742 torque, 1565. 5,000 RPM, we're 749, 709, and it actually went a little bit higher than that, but just at 58. So this is just a nice, easy, simple pull through here, because we're gonna go through and put a little more boost pressure to it. So let's down there at 58. We're at 734, 807. So I mean, we're still climbing up here, so everything's looking good. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go in, make another pull, and then start figuring our higher boost levels out. Let me show you the boost level here first. Here at, it starts out at 11. Like I said, it's right on the wastegate and just creeped up there to 12 at 5,800. But not worried about pulling more RPM. We're just kind of working on the base tune here, and then I'll show you further when we're throwing some boost at it. So anyways, let's go back and I'll make another hit on it, and then I'll show you the updated numbers. Alright, now I'll show you this because I'm going to let you guys do a little guessing competition on this. In fact, it's not really guessing, it's just to test your knowledge. I don't mind training people. In fact, I like to train my customers and teach them how to do things so they can do it themselves. And this will be a good education for you, because it's actually pretty interesting and proves a point. I'd probably let you figure out your own point on it. But this is that same pull that I just showed you on the video, and showed you everything that it was. And then I said I was going to go back and start working on some timing issues. Or, I'm sorry, not timing. I was going to go back and work on some boost and throw some more boost at it and whatnot. So I throw some more boost at it, and this thing all of a sudden just goes south. It just goes completely south. Enough south that I finally said, right, screw it, I'm just going to put it back on the wastegate and then give it another shot and see if I can get it to repeat. So going back on the wastegate, we'll do a comparison here. So the green line is that one that we did the video on, the very first hit. And then this is all the way, you know, back another 5 pulls later. I'm in here, and this is wastegate to wastegate. No dome pressure on it at all. In fact, it is disconnected. There is no line on the top of the wastegate. Only boost referencing the bottom of the gate. You can see here, green line horsepower. Made that 807 right there. And here's the red line. All of a sudden this thing went totally south. And interesting to note, you go down here and you look at the boost. Now this is on the wastegate. Did not change anything. Why did this thing all of a sudden ramp up boost like crazy and start making a whole bunch of boost, but still make no power? Here's the red line. It's making no power. So 723 it made up here at 20 pounds of boost. 19.93 versus 12. So that is my question for you. First person that actually guesses that correctly at why did this thing lose horsepower, gain boost, even though it had no boost controller on it attached. Nothing was there. It was completely empty. So good question for you. First person that I see that answers that right, I'll send you out a t-shirt. So anyways, let's go back to where we're ended up finishing. And after I figured out the problem, and we'll go back here, 18, there we go. So a few pulls later, actually 9 pulls later, after I figured it out what was going on, 8 pulls later, ended up putting some more boost to it. And as you can see right through here at 4,000 RPM, we're at 826. At 5,000 RPM, we're 933. 6,000 RPM, we're at 981. At torque, 1115 horsepower, and at 6,400 RPM, and this is hydraulic roller, keep in mind, E85, 1,150 horsepower. Now let's go back and look at it now, and you can see that comparison, because remember, it was at 20 pounds of boost and making 723 horsepower. Now we're at, making the report, we're at 20 pounds of boost and making 1,150 horsepower. So anyways, this ended up being a real good piece, you know, for Donnie, and, you know, just trying to help him through some problems and help him sort out some issues with it. All things said and done, you know, that it's a pretty good combo now with our camshaft, and, you know, just going through and working on the tune-up, and, you know, verifying some things for him that he's going to need to do when he gets it back. But anyways, pretty good piece. And remember, I want to see you guys figure out why it did what it did and what the problem was. First one that guesses that in the comment section, you know, I'll send a shirt to. Anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.